And good morning. This morning we welcome you from coast to coast across this great country of ours as we bring you the ball hockey men's B, C, and D, women's B national championships from beautiful Montreal, Quebec this morning. We are at the Bill Durnan Arena. We're going to start with a game in the men's D division. This between the Edmonton McMuffins and the Montreal A's. Let's come up inside of our broadcast location for just a moment. A chance to say hello. My name is George Scott. Happy to be back for another national championships. These are my third B, C, and D championships. Last year was in Windsor, Ontario. 2 years ago I was in CBS in Newfoundland and Labrador, the beautiful new CBS arena there. And today we are at the, as I mentioned, the Bill Durnan Arena. We're here for the next 4 days. We've got competition, as I mentioned, in actually 4 different events. 3 men's, 1 women's. 43 teams in total. It's going to be a full 4 days. Games are being played at 4 different arenas here in Montreal. We will be covering the games here at the Bill Durnan, and hopefully all the teams will get a chance to play here. Some may not get here unless they get to the elimination rounds, the medal rounds, but talking to some of the players this morning, said, well, good luck on that. I hope you get to the elimination rounds so you can be on one of our webcasts. We are doing 8 or 9 games a day. It's going to be a long 4 days. We're glad to have you along. We'll head down to center floor now as we get set for the game between Montreal and Edmonton. There you see the Edmonton McMuffins, distinctive, the big M on the front of their jerseys. Wonder who sponsors those guys. And down at the other blue line, the Montreal A's. Time for the national anthem. All right, just game number 1 of close to 40 games we will bring you over the next 4 days. They lined up on the blue lines and then change sides. It'll be Edmonton down to our left. Starting in goal for Edmonton, goaltender wearing number 1, Mark Nader. Jamie Collister in goal for Montreal to our right, number 9. Again, Edmonton in the red, yellow, black, very distinctive jerseys. Montreal in the green and yellow, a little bit of white trim are underway. Opening game. This is a D group matchup. Ball is dumped in. We'll go right down to Nader, who'll hold on to it. We'll get our first whistle and face-off. We'll play 2 20-minute periods. The games will take approximately 1 hour each to play. Face-off won by Montreal. Shot from the point. Came off the end boards to the side of the goal. And I believe the net became displaced. That's the reason for the whistle. Referee will get that put back. Again, right from the face-off, it goes down to Nader, who'll cover it up once again. So, bit of a slow start to this one. Again, it's our first game in a warm arena. It's expected to be very hot and muggy here in Montreal, as it is throughout much of this region of Canada over the next few days. Heat advisory. We'll see how the floor holds up. This concrete floor under humid conditions sometimes can get a little slippery. But still early in the day here. Edmonton break it out, can't get it in over the blue line. It's cleared back out. Odolinski played it across. Picked up over on the far side by McRae. McRae's in over the blue line. They gained the zone. Following up on it was Mistel. Down to McRae. McRae spinning off the end boards. Couldn't get it out in front. Mistel has it. Down in the corner. Edmonton with pressure. Chance. Ball hopped over the stick of the Edmonton player. That was number 97. Kulishan Kalan. Breakwell plays it back to Odland. That'll go down the floor, and that'll bring about a whistle as well. It'll be a flooring call against Edmonton. Same as icing. Players all call it icing. The referee calls it icing. The rulebook calls it flooring, so I've stuck with that for the last few years. Face-off won by Montreal. Shot from the point. Lovera went off a leg into the corner. On it, Odland. Knocking it down, LeMay. Then taken away by Edmonton. Can't get it out. Brought in by LeMay. He got a shot away and a good save made by Nader. Collister, the goaltender, left it back there. Taken by Hanfield. Get it out. That won't be enough to go down over the goal line. Back to pick it up. Breakwell for Edmonton. Fanned on it. Gave it away. Chance for Montreal. Down low. Hit the goal post as he tried to work it out in front. Ryan LeMay came up with a loose ball. Got it to the side of the goal. Hit the outside of the post as he tried to tuck it behind the goaltender, Nader. Edmonton on it again, back at the point. Iskra. Shot off a leg, and that'll stay in play down in the corner. On it first, Colton Page for Edmonton. Played out towards the middle, and that's picked off. Montreal with a chance to break out. Vellucci got it out in front. That was stolen away by Iskra. And he gave it away in turn. Brought back in. Nice little move by Mann. His shot off the end boards came out in front. Nader had to be careful to play it off the end boards. Ball comes out quickly off the end boards in ball hockey. Much faster than a puck does in ice hockey. Goaltenders have to be very aware when those shots go wide of the goal. The ball ending out back out in front of the cage. 14:57 left to go. First period. No score. Edmonton and Montreal. Kept in by Godfrey. In behind the goal. Taken there by Odolinski. Can't get it out. Kept into the offensive zone. Mann. Good pass back. There's the wind-up and a shot. He scores! Went in off of the defenseman. Shot was taken by Ben Godfrey, but it went off the foot of the Edmonton defenseman, deflected behind Nader, and Montreal jumps out 1-0. Quickly, let's take a look at that replay as soon as we get our next whistle. See if we can see it go in off the defenseman. Meantime, hold that thought as Montreal in looking for more, and that's deflected just wide. Knocked out of the air in a nice play. Godfrey trying to hold it in at the blue line. He does. Down into the corner. Godfrey heading for the front of the goal. Pass doesn't get to him. Collision in behind the goal. Penalties coming up. It's going to be for body checking. Comes out over the center red line. Delayed penalty coming up against Edmonton. They gained the offensive zone, and following up on it is Montreal back at the point. Man, still the delayed penalty. They got the extra player out as the goaltender's gone to the bench. And it will be a penalty coming up to Edmonton. Let's go back and take a look at that first. So we'll come back live again. It is 1-0 in Montreal on the power play. Rivera across to Hanfield. Down along the right boards. He'll go in behind the goal. Tip right in front. Racing in. Getting a shot away. Put it wide of the goal. Back at the point. Working in off the boards. Shot goes wide by Matt Iannavale. Good pressure by Montreal here on this power play. Minute 32 left to go in their man advantage. And if you're not familiar with ball hockey, they utilize something called the floating blue line. Once a team gains the offensive zone, similar to you would see in ice hockey, they've got to get it in over the blue line. But once they do, they can bring it all the way back to center and stay onside. The whole half of the floor becomes the offensive zone. Gives you lots of room to work with, especially on the power play. Palucci played it back. Godfrey, he'll shoot it. Came off the end boards and then put wide by LeMay, and Edmonton able to clear it down the floor. An errant pass was picked off and sent back down again. Under a minute to go in the power play. Collister leaves it for LeMay. Thrown in front. Good pass for Vellucci. Couldn't quite handle it. Back to Godfrey. Godfrey with a one-timer. A good save made by Nader. Right out into the slot. Pass. Knocked down. Nader will keep it onside. Godfrey. Now it's picked off. Barkley for Edmonton, getting it down deep. TJ Ward back first for Montreal. Swings it around here in the near boards. That cross-floor pass was picked off. Good work being done by Colwell of Edmonton. Satini back behind his own goal. Pass up ahead. Penalties over. You're back to even strength. Passed right up at the blue line. That's broken up. Iskra quickly ahead. Mattern dumps it in. Collister came out to play it at the goaltender. Ward. TJ Ward. Little flip. Ward with a great move. Ward with a shot. Puts it wide of the goal. Callan. That was into the feet of his teammate. Kept in by Sugiyama. Pass out to Sugiyama in the slot. Shot went wide. Lovera back to Millette. Sugiyama. Sugiyama down in the corner working. Nice move to get himself free. Slick stick handling back at the point. Lovera's shot came off the end boards. Picked up here on the near side by Callan. Knocked off his stick. Follows up on it and clears it in. Doesn't get it deep. Heads to the bench. That'll allow Montreal to break it out. 3-on-1. Hustling off the bench to break it up was Colton Page of Edmonton. Bit of a slow line change that for Edmonton. Giving an opportunity to Montreal. Page on it. That's easily turned back. Given away at center. Odlinski turned it over. Chance, Vellucci. Vellucci to the backhand. Shot save made by Nader. He'll hold on. No rebound. We're down to 9:42 left to go. First period. 1-0 for the Montreal A's over the Edmonton McMuffins. Face-off controlled by Edmonton down in their own end. They're saying it was tipped, so no flooring. Goes back behind the goal. Collister with it. Collister will leave it for Hanfield. Up at the blue line. Montreal maintaining possession. Flipped it up through center. Knocked down there. Pass they were looking for McGann. Over on the far side, it's Gore with a shot that ricochets wide. Comes into the near corner. Players down there battling for it. Page is in there for Edmonton. Gets the ball free, and Edmonton able to get it out as far as the blue line. No further. Shot came in from Ryan Gore of Montreal. Went wide. Montreal will change. Edmonton with a chance to move it. Dumped in by Milan Sani right to Collister. Collister will hold on. We'll get a whistle down in the Montreal end. 8:39 left to go. First period. Just the one goal to Montreal off the stick of Ben Godfrey. Took the shot from the point. It hit one of the Edmonton players in front. Went off the foot of the Edmonton player and deflected behind the goaltender. Nader didn't have much chance of that. That'll be offside at the Edmonton blue line. Face-off comes back out into the neutral floor area. Exactly noon here in Montreal now. And a beautiful day in Montreal. Expect it to get very hot on the weekend. Yesterday they were indicating the humidity, the humidex, the temperature could get up around 40 degrees, or the humidex could. Mellette down in the corner. In to help out is Godfrey. Ball comes loose, and on it is Lovera. Up through the middle, pass knocked down. Lovera's got it again, moves it quickly up ahead, brought in by LeMay. Tried to drop it back, pass misfired a little bit. Edmonton with it. Off the boards, good pass for Hamilton. Hamilton will dump it in. And they're saying he didn't get his stick on it. Reached for it, missed it, so it'll be a flooring call against Edmonton. Looked like a pretty good pass coming off the boards, but Hamilton couldn't quite make contact with it. So the face-off back in Edmonton territory. Again, we'll play 2 20-minute periods. All played down into the corner. Edmonton with it. Swinging around over into the far corner. Up at the blue line. Good breakout pass to Mistel. Shot from well outside. Save made by Collister. That got through all that traffic in front of the Montreal goaltender. Taking it off the boards. Godfrey drops it back. TJ Ward. Ward back at the point. Hanfield with a shot. And that finds the back of the goal. It looked like a fairly harmless shot that ended up behind the goaltender to make it 2-0. There, that will get our replays working eventually, but 2-0 for Montreal. That shot from well out and didn't look like a lot of traffic in front. Nader looked like he didn't see it. Comes with just over 7 minutes to go here in our opening period. LeMay trying to backhand it in, had it taken away by McRae. McRae racing after it for Edmonton, knocked off his stick. Palucci gets it up ahead to Lovera. Back to Sugiyama. Shot off a leg to the near boards. Montreal on it first. LeMay in around behind the goal. LeMay looking around. Elects to go back behind the goal. Went past Sugiyama, who was back behind the goal, setting up. Now he's got it up along the near boards, back towards the blue line. Floats it towards the front of the goal. It's put wide by Ianavale. Back to the point. Hanfield able to hold it in. Sugiyama tracks it down along the board. Sugiyama trying to work it out in front. Knocked off his stick, but Montreal maintaining possession. Another penalty coming up to Edmonton. Again, delayed penalty. Goaltender's gone to the bench. Sugiyama back at the point. Lovera cross. Hanfield in along the boards. Trying to tip it in front. Bounces around. Still loose there. Finally, Edmonton touches it up. It'll be a holding penalty against Edmonton. So just the two penalties here in the first period so far, both to the Edmonton McMuffins. Chris Mistel gone to the penalty box. Ball is flipped up, hits the ceiling here at the Bill Durnan Arena. The Bill Durnan Arena on Rue Vesna here in Montreal. The West End. So Montreal now working on the power play with the man advantage. They lead it 2-0. Pass out in front, coming in off the blue line to try and get to was Ryan Gore. Knocked off his stick. Electing not to shoot it was Godfrey. Get it right in front. Out in front it goes. Ball goes high in the air. Batted out of the air. Nader's got it and holds on. More good chances for Montreal as they try and extend their lead on this power play. Minute 23 left to go in the man advantage. 2-0 Montreal A's. Just game number one. Got to pace ourselves. Last game begins 9 o'clock this evening. 8 games on our webcast schedule for you today. Save made by Nader. That shot got through from the point. Montreal getting those shots through. They've scored twice on a shot from the point. Gore. Down low. Man out in front and stolen away and finally cleared away by Edmonton. 45 seconds to go in the man advantage. Ryan Gore. Sugiyama in over the blue line, flips it high in the air, races after it. A dangerous looking play. Nader comes out to smother it. Sugiyama has shown that he's pretty slick with the stick here in this first period. That time put it high in the air and chased it down himself. Now he'll take the face-off for Montreal. Wins it. Got it to McGann, now back at the point. Ianavale. Across, back down McGann. Nick McGann to get it out in front. Can't get a shot on goal. Back at the point. Lovera. To Hanfield. Tried to get it to Sugiyama, and that's stolen and cleared down the floor, and that'll do it for the power play. Penalized player Chris Mistal back out on the floor. Heads to the bench. Chance breaking in off the left side. Ianavale, save made by Nader. Breakwell just relieves the pressure by clearing it down the floor, and that'll bring about a whistle and a face-off back in the Edmonton end. It's been all Montreal here in this first period in our opening game. They lead it 2-0. Should mention this webcast is brought to you by the Canadian Ball Hockey Association. It's powered by 360 Live. Out towards the blue line. Sonny trying to get it out for Edmonton. Can't. Ball goes up in the air. Stays in play. That's going to be a glove pass as Nick McGann knocked it out of the air. Tried to go get it himself. Ball hopped over his stick and then was touched by a teammate. So we'll get another whistle. Mallette brought it in over the blue line. Now has it down in the corner, working along the boards. Mallette down in the corner, having a look out in front. Tried to play it back in behind the goal. Cleared away. But on it is McGann. From a sharp angle, Nader makes the save. Edmonton able to clear it out. Racing back after it was the tall Thomas McGann. They were looking for TJ Ward. That was intercepted. Berube tried to bring it in for Edmonton, but coming back the other way. Ward, he elected to try and pass it right out in front. There's a goal. Nick McGann. And that is Montreal's third goal here in the first period. Now leading it 3-0. 2:07 to go. Shot from well out. Not sure if it got through to Collister or not, but ended up down in the corner. Racing after it, Ryan LeMay for Montreal. LeMay with a shot. Save made by Nader's. Got it in his pads. Holds on. We'll get a whistle. Down to 1:38 to go now here in the first period. As I say, all Montreal. And they do lead at 3-0. Most of the play has been down to our left. 2 penalties here in the first, both to Edmonton. Faceoff was won by Edmonton, but they couldn't get it out of the zone. Kept in by Ionovale. Right to the front of the goal, and a big paddle save made by Nader. That was very close to being the fourth goal. He got the stick down and made the save, not with the blade, but with the paddle. Managed to keep it out. LeMay, Sugiyama, back of the point, shot came in from Hanfield wide. Hanfield missed it. Sugiyama hustles back to get it. McRae for Edmonton. McRae in over the blue line, no further. Taken away by Sugiyama. Donovan Sugiyama. Sugiyama breaking wide right, shoots. And that just missed as he tried to go far side, but another great move at the blue line by Donovan Sugiyama. Ionovale. Quick wrist shot, blocker save made by Nader. Battle for it down in the near corner, along the boards. They try and kick it free. Edmonton come up with it. Just chipped out, no further. Thomas Mann back to get it. Mann up ahead. Vellucci. Vellucci had to come right in front. It's tipped, and that's another goal for Montreal. Wasn't a great reaction for the coming fast and furious now. There in front. Just 18.5 seconds to go in the first. All Montreal, all the time here in the first period. Dump down into the corner. Man. Got it again for Montreal. They look like they are content to let the clock run out here in the first period. And they will do just that, and they'll head to the second, leading this one 4-0. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with the second period in just a moment.
Hi, I hope you're enjoying this live stream. Would you like to webcast your next event? Want to reach a larger audience, maybe even global? Let 360 Live show the world your story. Send us an email to hello@360.live for more details. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow us on these social media sites.
The Canadian Ball Hockey Association, the CBHA, is the official governing body for the sport of ball hockey in Canada. We are a full standing member of the International Street Ball Hockey Federation, the ISPHF, and proud partners with Hockey Canada. Our members come from Canadian provinces coast to coast, and we are proud to showcase our players in this national championship tournament. All right, second period underway. 4-0. The Montreal A's leading the Edmonton McMuffins. And here they come again quickly. Montreal threw it in front. That was Ryan Gore with a good move down the right side. Got a backhand pass away. It was tipped wide, but Montreal on the ball again. Right out in front. Shot save made by Nader. Good setup that time. Andrew Vellucci in the slot as he snuck into some open space. Good scoring chance for Montreal. Just about a minute and a half into the second period. Looking to add to their lead. Vellucci again just off the tip of the glove of Nader. Just got a little piece of it. Vellucci again shoots it. 3 good chances. Makes good on the third one. Vellucci, 3 chances here early in the second period. Makes good on the third one. Third time lucky. That's Vellucci out in the slot. Doesn't shoot it the first time. Pulls it back. Hits the shot away. The second one, waited till he had a little bit of space. Bit of good patience shown by Vellucci. Oh, that's correct. That's Ryan Gore, 63. Another chance for Montreal. Yeah, Ryan Gore. Let's give credit where the proper credit should go. 5-0 early in the second period. Sugiyama looking for it off the boards. Comes out over the red line. Twisting, turning, Godfrey still with the ball. Godfrey. That's onside up ahead to LeMay. LeMay loses it, comes to the side of the goal. Nader will cover it up there. He'll hold on. Up next, we have a game coming up in the Women's B. That'll be a 1 o'clock start, just 40 minutes from now. That'll be between the Ottawa Sonics and the Calgary Vipers. Face-off wasn't done cleanly. They will redo it. Controlled by Montreal down into the corner. Comes off the end boards. They've got it right away. Taken away by Edmonton. Hamilton gets it up ahead. Hamilton. A one-man rush here for Edmonton. Got it out in front. Pass misfired, and back comes Montreal. Flipped up ahead, trying to race onto it. Can he get to it? McGann, no, can't get to it. It'll be a flooring call against Montreal. Just maybe a half a step ahead of Nick McGann. He was in behind the defense if that ball was on his stick. Face off in the Montreal end. Controlled by Montreal. Ball goes up into the air and out of play on the far side of the floor. Off the stick of Brandon Hamilton of Edmonton. So the ball in the face off will be brought outside the blue line. Comes to the near boards. Cleared around by Ryan Gore. Comes back to Gore. He's got time to move it. Good pass up through the middle, right onto the stick of McGann. Ball came in front and then cleared away by Max McRae of Edmonton. Barkley with the pass across. He'll look for the return pass. That was off the mark. Brought in by Mattern to the blue line. They've gained the offensive zone. Quickly swing it back to the left point. Long shot in, wide of the goal. Chance here for Edmonton. McRae with a shot and a good save by Collister. That's Edmonton's best scoring chance of the game. They've been few and far between. And that'll be a flooring call. Face-off won by Montreal. They'll break it out on the left side. Stood up at the blue line. There was a big collision there. That shook up Alex Lemay of Montreal as he just ran right into the Edmonton player after he cleared the ball in deep. It wasn't a check. The Edmonton player was just standing there. So there's no penalty on the play, but Lemay has gone directly to the players' bench. Edmonton holding it in along the boards. Coming off the bench to get it, Barkley. Shot did not get through. Be kept in. Barkley. Sorry, that was Odland with the shot by Edmonton that didn't get deep. Thomas Mann looking for it at the blue line. Can't control it, but brought in by TJ Ward. Ward breaking for the front of the goal. And a good play by Odland to knock it off of his stick. Ward following up on it over along the fireboards. Ward doing great work for Montreal. Knocked off his stick, but kept onside by Mallette. Edmonton able to move it out. McRae into the middle. Shot scores! Max McRae finally getting Edmonton on the board. And Edmonton breaks the goose egg. They get a goal, 13-15 to go here in the second. Right from the face-off, Gore will bring it in for Montreal, looking for the return pass. Didn't get it. Edmonton out towards the blue line. They get it out and racing after it when Aaron Barkley knocked off his stick. Lovera for Montreal. The two 88s are in there, Lovera and Odland. Barkley. High in the air. Kept in by Breakwell. Down into the corner. Callan looking for it. But Montreal come up with the loose ball. Up towards the blue line and out. Down the floor. Edmonton quickly up the floor. Kolshin Callan. Save was made by Collister. Kept in by Odolinski. Shot attempt by Mattern went off a leg and down the floor. Edmonton showing a little bit of fight back right now. Odolinski. He lost it. Lemay. Lemay with a shot. Save was made. Rebound is put wide. As Lemay got to his own rebound. Actually, it was Alex Lemay, number 9, with the rush on the right side, and Ryan Lemay with the second opportunity. That's picked off, and back they come. Annavale shot, save is made, held on to by Nader. .11:40. Tough to get a clear shot of the time clock, by the way, folks. It's inside the cage down at the far end of the arena. We've got it up there, but tough to get it very clear. We'll give it to you verbally in case you're having a little trouble seeing it. Down the floor, face-off will come back into the Edmonton end with 11:26 to go. First period. First of 8 games we have for you today from Bill Durnan Arena in Montreal, Quebec. Montreal controlling it down in the Edmonton end. Ryan Lemay back at the point. Shot came in, went just wide. Taken off the boards by Helmsley. That went off a stick, so no flooring. Hustling back to get it. Hanfield. Up at the blue line. Montreal will change. as they slow things down here near the midway point of period number 2. Up to Vellucci. Couldn't get it in over the blue line the first time. Now they get in over the zone, but knocked off the stick and over into the Edmonton bench. The ball goes. Face-off is going to stay in the Edmonton end. Last touch by one of the Edmonton players. 5-1 is our score. Shot by Mallette. That was stopped by Nader. Another shot put just wide that time by TJ Ward. Weak pass up through the middle. Picked off but not kept in, so Montreal will have to try and gain the zone a second time. No trouble doing that for Vellucci. In front, shot went wide. Edmonton off the boards, get it up ahead. Can they get it out? Misstall? No, he can't. Kept in by Vellucci to Ward. TJ Ward cutting into the middle. Ward with a shot, scores! Again, good patience by TJ Ward as he came off the right boards. Held it. Waited for the goal. To 1. Sugiyama working against Mistal. Cycles it down in behind the goal. Came out in front, save made by Nader. He's been busy in this game. That's the Edmonton goaltender, Mark Nader. Brought out by McRae. He's got the goal for Edmonton. Right in front to Mistal, and his shot is stopped by Jamie Collister, who has not been so busy down in the Montreal end. A little bit more work to do here in the second. Not much in the first. Gore off the boards for Montreal. Gets it up ahead. They'll move it out to the blue line and over. Knocked off the stick of McGann, and back to pick it up is Derek Helmsley. Gave it away at the blue line. Brought right back in by Gore. Ryan Gore. Elected to come out short side. Got the shot away. Nader came over to shut the door. Now it's out over center, brought in a little bit deeper by Kalan. Then he lost it. Onside at the blue line, good pass. Backhand. And that's another goal for Montreal. Again, not much reaction from the players, but a great move to the outside. Vellucci. Getting to it. 7-1. Good start to this 2019 Men's D tournament. This is the D division. Good start for Montreal, not so much for Edmonton. See how they can recover. Many more games to go. 3 days of round robin competition in the 4 divisions that we've got here. 3 men's, 1 women's, and then the medal games Sunday. And as I said, we will have all the games being played here at the Bill Durnan Arena. Other games going on throughout Montreal this weekend. 43 teams in total competing in this event. The other arenas, the Doug Harvey, the Howie Morens, and the Martin Brodeur. All named after great hockey players, of course. Dern and Harvey with the Canadiens. Morens, the Montreal Maroons originally. And Martin Brodeur from Montreal, of course, played his career with the New Jersey Devils. You knew all that, of course. And I love the fact that this arena is on Rue Vezina. Another great goaltender. Montreal with more pressure. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the second period. Flipped it out from behind the goal. Got to it himself. A neat little move by Ryan Gore, but couldn't get it past the goaltender. Slap pass up at center. Taken by Dustin Berube. Shot it in, but Montreal quickly on it. Bring it back out again. Mallette. His shot. Save is made by Nader. Down to 6:13 to go. Up next, as I mentioned, a women's game. Women's B. Ottawa Sonics. Calgary Vipers. Just 25 minutes from now, that game scheduled to get underway. It's tipped at center, so play will continue. Collister out to leave it for his defense. Got past everybody at the blue line. This one wasn't touched. This time we will get a whistle. Come back down to our left in the Montreal end. 7-1, the Montreal A's lead the Edmonton McMuffins here in our opening game. 8 games today, 8 tomorrow, 9 on Saturday on our webcast. Backhand save made by Collister. Great chance for Edmonton. And I apologize, I've been calling number 15 of Montreal, Donovan Sugiyama. Number 15 of Montreal is Johnny Palucci. 15 for Edmonton is Donovan Sugiyama. I've been making that mistake throughout the game. Just got these rosters a couple of minutes before we started. That's my excuse. I'm sticking with it. So apologies to both Johnny Palucci and Donovan Sugiyama. This is Johnny Palucci. Back to Hanfield. Thomas Mann. Palucci. Penalty has been called to Edmonton as I was double checking my roster. So another power play for Montreal. Hanfield. To Mann. Palucci. Shot off a leg. That was blocked by Settini of Edmonton. Back to Hanfield. Man, shot deflected. Off the board, stays in play. Knocked down by Ianavale. Pass to Palucci. Shoots, scores! As we get our pictures, you see the teams there come out. That is the Mercy Rule. 7-goal lead, 8-1, and that'll be the final, which will give us a little extra time before our next game. This one's over. 8-1 final. Montreal defeating Edmonton in our first game. Again, we invite you to stay with us. We've got another game coming up in 21 minutes' time. The women's game, Ottawa Sonics, Calgary Vipers. We'll be back with that one in 21 minutes' time at 1 o'clock here in Montreal.